Track 12. You will hear an interview with a backgammon player called Shani Okello.
This week, Shani Okello, the exciting new Kenyan backgammon player who saw the game for the first time while out looking for work with her brother, kindly agreed to answer some questions. Welcome, Shani. Thank you for coming on the show.
Hello.
Tell us about how you discovered backgammon.
Well, I was very poor. My parents had died and it was difficult for me and my brother just to find food and live from day to day. Then, one day, I saw some kids playing something. I thought, what's keeping all these kids so interested? So I had a look and saw backgammon for the first time. Then I noticed that they weren't just interested, they were happy and excited. Shaking the cups and throwing the dice, I wanted to be that happy too, so I joined a backgammon club.
Were you successful straight away?
No. I think I must have lost my first 20 games, but I didn't mind. I was learning a new game that was great fun to play. Then I was taught some strategies by the teacher, and that's what made the difference. Eventually, I won my first game. It was against a boy who had beaten me many times before, but this time I won, and he cried.
What is it about the game that you like?
The game has changed my life, so obviously I'm grateful to it. But it's more than that. Backgammon is like real life. You have to think. It involves calculation and planning, and making the best use of the luck you're given. A good player will nearly always beat a beginner, even if the dice are unlucky for him or her.
What qualities are necessary to be good at backgammon?
Well, a lot of people say that maths is the most important skill in backgammon. It's true that you have to be able to make complex calculations, but to me the most important thing is motivation. To be perfectly honest, I believe that if you have a strong enough desire to win, you'll be very hard to beat.
You played a tournament in Siberia too. What was that like?
It was a tough experience for me because I'd never been outside of Africa. I'd never travelled that far at all. I enjoyed it very much, though it was very cold there when I arrived. I'd never experienced such cold weather. I think that's why I didn't perform as well as I could. But at least I got some experience of a big tournament.
What advice would you give to someone taking up backgammon for the first time?
Go for it. It's a great game. You'll need to study a lot to be a good player, but if you love the game, that's not a problem. But please don't do what a lot of players do. From world-class champions to absolute beginners, don't go complaining about your bad luck. I can't stand that.
How has your life changed since you took up backgammon?
I can do a lot of things now that I couldn't do before, and that's all because of backgammon. I have a goal now. I go to school and I've learnt English. It hasn't made me rich yet, but it has brought me hope. I can think about studying and having a career in the future. And you never know, maybe one day I'll be a backgammon champion.
Track 12. You will hear an interview with a backgammon player called Shani Okello.
This week, Shani Okello, the exciting new Kenyan backgammon player who saw the game for the first time while out looking for work with her brother, kindly agreed to answer some questions.